Hi there and welcome back. Dan again from CleanGuru. And today we want to ask the question, who would you be without fear? How would you run your cleaning business differently without fear? Let's start by discussing what we're not talking about. We're not talking about being reckless. You know, there's a place for warranted fear. So there's a place for still doing our due diligence to check things out, to be conscientious of the consequences of things. We don't want to be reckless. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about kind of the baseless or excessive fear, a fear that's inconsistent with really what the situation is. So for example, when we don't make a call or calls to companies because we're afraid, or we don't approach someone at a meeting or a networking meeting or go up to a building and introduce ourselves because we're afraid. Or for example, maybe we are afraid to talk or confront an employee who really has some issues that need to be addressed, but we're afraid to talk to them and sit down with them. Those are the kind of opportunities when we maybe can look at ourselves and say, well, what is going on here? Fear is not helping me. This isn't serving me well. Now, sometimes we have to weigh these situations out. Unfortunately, this is not a yes, no, on-off switch. We have to kind of look at it. So for example, let's say it was taking on a new business opportunity, a bigger building. Maybe you're not used to taking on this size of a building. Well, maybe you look at the capital investment and the number of people it's going to take, and you say to yourself, now, will I be able to afford this? The good fear might be at least being conscientious to check it out, to say, listen, is this reasonable at this time in the stage of my company to take this stretch and go to the next point? Maybe it's not, maybe it's too much, and there's a point for that. But in many cases, it very well may be a good opportunity. We simply need to stretch ourselves to do it, but it's not going to be reckless in terms of the investment or the capital or the people. It's just that we're not used to it. So just wanted to talk today about thinking about the place for good fear and bad fear, or at least talking about to ourselves, what would it be like if we thought about what is the reason behind this fear? And it may give us, if we think about it, give us opportunities to capture better opportunities in our cleaning business. Something to think about. I hope you have a great week. Until next time, remember that you can do this. You really can.